Let's take a look at this then. A Zanussi T301A tumble dryer. It's a sensor dryer. It should be fully working. The top lid has been cut off at some point. We've got 60 minute high, then 30 minutes low heat, despite having a low heat temperature button. It's got an anti-crease as well, so then these are our sensor programs. So what, we're going to set it to B and then throw these in and then hopefully it works. I'll leave that running. It's indeed getting hot. That's cool. Now let's take a look at this then. You will see videos of it, hopefully. But it's been, I say sold, I got it for free, but it's apparently fully working, just needs a pipe. It's missing 2 of its feet as well. Presumably when it was moved. But anyway, we've got a 12-hour time delay, which is pretty much the same. That's been carried over for the last few generations, even from the Creator versions. And we've got 120 minutes drying, and then we've got drying synthetics, which is a more accurate sensor, and then drying cottons, and then we've got easy iron cycle as well. We've got alarm on and off, and heat high and low. Low's out. That's interesting. Not high. That's how I've got one like that. But anyway, we're going to be very cautious on running this dryer because it's not modified in any way. There's no pot rivet. There's no green dot. This is why I picked it up. And I don't understand how it's not set on fire. Watch. I'll take this out. It doesn't seem too bad, but yikes. That's quite a big build-up down there. Like, really big. Wow. What is down here? Look. Although that being said, so apparently this was, oh my god. This was, I think in a shed. Wow. That's just a small bit of it. Hang on. We'll come back to you in a second. And to continue, we've got chocolate and these shirt collars. Wow. Probably the reason why it's not set on fire is because it was on low heat all the time. Maybe we should just continue that trend. Right, let's load it up. I mean, that is really quiet. Well, it's not been modded, which means it's never been repaired either. Or That also being said, it might have been repaired by someone that wasn't Hotpoint. Who knows? Let's take a look at this new. See, the dial's not moved on at all in any way. It's very hot. Right, I'm gonna guess that those two towels are now dry, but why is it still not advanced? But there might be. When we went to pick this up, the woman said that it just doesn't switch off. Is this because of the sensor, or is this because of the timer? I'm gonna let it dry for another, let's say another 20 minutes or so, and then we're gonna recheck. If the towels are dry, we'll just stick it on a time program and see what happens then. They're still wet. Huh. I wonder if this actually heats. Okay, let's put it on high heat then. We'll put it on times because it might have just been. But the buzzer works. And let's take a look at the Zanussi then. They're really crisp dry. Really dry. Oh, it continues. Right, we'll put it on low heat, see if it dries. We'll see if this dries, at least heats up. There's no heat in them whatsoever. Right, this is getting hot. On high heat, and the timer is working on the Zanussi, so it's the sensor part that isn't working. Oh well, something to fix, I suppose. Zanussi, timer works, beeper works, beeper, not buzzer. And Hotpoint finished. It would be on the buzzer section. Watch. Oh, the sensor dry actually works. They're actually dry. Cool. Well done. Right, we'll do a couple of cycles in that. I need to fix this first. And then I will do some videos on this one day. We'll probably try and find a replacement lid as well in the meantime. Alright, let's see if this works now. Alright, so before I start taking these out. heating. Let's test this then. Got some towels. So this has been rebuilt. Ugh. We put the condenser back in, we've jet washed this filter. So the other filter's fine. And then we're going to select stop. Oh wow. That's really quiet. That new belt in? It's wow, that is quiet. Very cool. These are all on boil washers, but they're on the rinsers actually now. They've all been put citric acid in all of them. To be honest, like, all of these are pretty clean anyway. Look, like, that one's probably most dirty. That one's most dirtiest of the two, you know, in terms of like burnt buildup. But they're like more like 10, and obviously that's a lot younger. But that was only had a block pump. Right, do you remember the leaky backhoe that wasn't leaking? Well, it might be leaking, but it's probably further back than I thought, so I'll have to open it up and have a look. That's further back, so we'll have a look at the where it's filling. Honestly, it's not that much, but it needs fixing. Alright, so I bought this. It's a Ariston AL12570, and supposedly full working order. So going to take that off. Some of the tabs are broken. That's fine. That's broken. That's fine. They're broken, but still, the thing is, all these tabs are still here, which is lucky. So I could glue them back on and be all right. Right. I'm trying to get this filter off, and it's proving a bit difficult. There must be something in there. Yeah. We actually, on this, so this is an indicet underneath. We've got this, which connects to the door seal. It comes down here, but then this is full of coins. And then this connects to there, which has a filter. I'm not sure, but the Amiga I last had didn't have a filter like this. So let's get it off anyway. Right, you can hear that weird noise that's going to go off in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in a bit. And that's the Trix Bendix condenser dryer at the pump. Anyway, this is what we found, and unusually we've got a necklace for a change. First bit of ever jewellery I've ever dug out of a washing machine. All this also came out except this 1 penny, which was actually in the filter, stopping it from turning. And there was another penny and a key. And yeah. So anyway, let's get this on then. Let's see if it spins first. Right, let's open the door first. And then take the pipes that came with it out. I think they're original. No, they're new. Well, no. Are they? I only put dates on stuff, but yeah. Anyway. All this deal seal appears to be twisted, yet it's got standard like suspension. And even more unusual is this on this door glass. What's going on there? That's on the outside. Anyway, let's get it on. So, plugged in and ready to switch on. Well, it's here for a reason. I'm going to get George in a minute once it's on spin and hoover this up, vac it up. We're going to select spin, 1200. I want program 7. It stops at 8. Pump straight on, straight away. Now, let's see how it is in about 5 seconds. Well. Oh, the resistance of the drill's not working. It's not stopping anyway. Right, let's test this on the boil wash. So we've got set program 1, 2. Max temperature. Wait, what? Huh? Why is there a 90 button when there's variable temperature? Anyway, 90. Select rapid wash 2. Or not. The on off light does work. Very little of it. Okay, so let's test this out then. So, the leak is actually coming from this first valve here. That is the pre-wash slash fabric softener valve. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it to rinse and spin, since that's just final rinse, and watch. The pipe isn't split, but it's coming from where it's connected to. Right, so we put it on time saver. We're going to put it on a few times and see if it leaks from anywhere. The only leak I can see so far is nothing to do with the Beko at the minute. It's down there. Probably to do with... Oh yeah, that. It's actually leaking there. Yeah, this camera's never going to charge if it's never plugged in. Oh, and while we're at it, this smells like onions. And yeah. They smelled really bad of onions when I first started it up. It's not as bad now because the citric acid was in it probably neutralised the onions. Anyway, it's definitely heated up. Getting towards 90 now. So I'll leave it to do its thing. Oh, the Ariston is advancing. It's proper at 90. 80, 70, 80. It's probably going to heat again at some point. Needs a problem addressing. It's this box. It's split between there and there. It clips in, naturally, so yeah. Let's just advance. And as for the Beko, it is leaking still. I just don't... You can... There's just an odd drip coming from one of these valves. I think. I don't know. Because it's just one drip, it's impossible to see. Right, I finally got a leak. I put it on wash again, I don't know. But, was I blind or what? I actually missed all of this when I was probably looking at... Huh? Right, okay. And it's literally come out of the drawer. The front of the drawer. I've only just done it by the looks of things. Right, okay, let's see. This is from the actual drawer. This is what I don't get. So let's try that now. Let's cancel the wash. Drain it out. And we'll start again. It's leaking from the drawer. It really is leaking from the drawer.
My question is, how is it getting there? And I think... See, the only way you can get there is if these jets are squirting the wrong way, which is very possible. Imagine, they're not really that dirty, but let's say if it is, that can cause it to come down. It's only got to go down here, and it's going behind that, isn't it? Around the front. So, we'll take out the detergent box, we'll clean it, and we'll go from there. Right. When I say clean it, we're going to take it out and actually soak it, clean it. Not just, you know, try and clean it with a sponge. Same with the drawer. Drawer will be the same. They're both going to be soaked, cleaned, and then taken out. Now, if this will unlock, we're going to put these towels in, quickly wet them, put them on spin, and then see how balanced this is on spin. It's been like 3 minutes, come on. Anyway, Harrison's now got a new fault where the door open. Look, if I set it on, actually, the LED's a bit ropey, look. So I'm going to have to open it manually somehow. Take the top off. Working yesterday. Right, now welcome to this then. It's a Bosch V698 that I bought. Yeah. Apparently this went for 99p on eBay. It did. I bought it for 99p off eBay, except I didn't pay 99p for it. No, the guy selling it was a bit of a fill in the blank there. But so what happened was I bought it, and then I kept messaging when to come down and buy it, and there was no response. No response. No response. No response. We take more money for it? Certainly. When would you like to come? And that's basically the problem. I had to pay more money to get it. And then I turned up at the guy's house. It was in the back of the guy's van. He was a... Oh, he sent us to the wrong house. And then... Oh, meet at one guy's house. And then
decided that actually we'll go round to his actual house to go pick it up out of the back of his van, where his door had been, looked like it had been kicked in several times with a hammer. Anyway, it is looking quite good actually from the outside. It doesn't have its lid. It doesn't have its lid. It didn't come with its lid. You can see here that obviously there's some rust from the drawer. So it's probably been used on a hot. Apparently, the guy, when they picked it up from the clearance, the owner was doing its last load of drying in it. So the dryer apparently works as well. Okay. Let's have a look then. So we'll stick it onto C. Oh, I've missed that. And nothing. This one spins at 900. Have a look. So we got 3 between me and Luke now. We just got this one with 800 RPM. The other one I had was, well, it's 900. I think the other one's 900 as well. B696. Which is over there somewhere, buried. More than likely that will be nothing done. Nothing will be done with that now. Right, let's test the Bosch then. On a boil wash. I'll throw a couple of towels in as well. About 2. There we go. We're just going to do the short program at 95, 70 or 80, I don't know. G, which will be a... G, half load. 30 to 95. Oh, apparently that's right. And L is rinse and spin. H is spin. J will be wool. But it looks like what this does. The reason why it says 30 on both of them is that obviously between F and G, that's all washing. But G will just literally heat, and when it gets to that point, it will just probably just drain. Or rinse, or go into rinse. I think the first rinse is actually a cool down rinse anyway, so shorter rinse, so it will heat and wash obviously, and then get to shorter rinse and just then drain after that. Anyway, the Ariston. This is all broken. This is the top bit, and it's actually broken everywhere. It's broken here, there, and even where it attaches to the front panel. That's why this isn't even on properly, because it's not actually attached to anything. Well, I can need a new one. We're on cool down now. See how high half low gets this water level to. I've just undone it while it's mid rinsing. Program C. Put some drying on. If I'm right in thinking, if I try and turn it on now, it won't turn on. I'm going to show you a problem with this. It has the same problem as the other Bosch. Bear in mind, the first one, if you notice, it's moved. It was over there, and then it's jumped that way, and I don't know how it's not beat several shades out of this. It has, anyway. Yeah, because that was actually against that. That moved and it just pinned it up against the Ariston. I went to the toilet for 2 seconds. 30 seconds, that was it. Like, if you were going to have this in your house, you definitely want to, like, weigh it down. Like, box it in somehow. With steel. See? But imagine that. That's with both towels on one side. Imagine that when it was full of water.
to get to drying first. Well, we're in dry mode now. Let's see what happens then. There's a right buzzing noise coming through it. Oh no, it stopped. Right. Let's see if it gets hot. Now, if I remember rightly, so you just use the wash heaters, and there's 2 at the bottom and 1 at the top. Is that right? It does use water though, as it's still a condenser dryer. So I've been drying for over 20 minutes. It's hot. It's probably not dried. I'm just about to enter cool down. So it does work. Fully. Alright, let's test out this. No, it doesn't actually work. I bought it not really working. Of course, I've got one up at the garage with a completely dead board. This works to a certain degree. It's deciding. You see how it wants to turn on, but it doesn't, and then it does, and then you can't just let a cycle. There we go. But it's freaking out. It's selecting stuff for me. See, pre-washer's come up now. Stop beeping! It's like all this is just completely mashed together. It's mashed itself together. Oh, it's actually responded to my touch there. To a degree. Come on. What are we doing now? Come on, can we get to 90? Come on, please get to 90. Hey, we did it. It's not freaking out as much. Come on. There we go. Come on. As soon as I can get to 90, we'll press start. Regardless. done it. On 90 day selectors by accident because of it. Managed to get it to lock into cycle, so that's a good thing. Oh my god, that's cool! Well, it did work. Come on. Oh, is it resuming or what? Right, I'm going to unplug it and take a quick look at what's going on. Right, this is the main board. So the touch on and off pad is connected to this, and then this connected to that. Now, this goes to the main board, and there's nothing really there actually. But if you look at where both these connect to, what's going on with these? Look. Investigate it a little bit further then. Ta-da! All I've done is literally scrape the contacts at the back. Like I showed you there was some like build up. And all I've done was, okay, you shouldn't really do this, is use that and scrape the, that's a screwdriver, scrape the contacts. Shouldn't do it, but this is going to be my machine anyway, so it's, doesn't really matter. I think we work. Right, what I'm going to do is quickly put the screws back in and test it. Hopefully now I can test it on. Come on. Although these contacts are rubbish. To be fair, on off is not working now either. It's rubbish, this is. Okay, let's just... Right, I'll leave it working for now. Well, even on all baby, it's now sensed. It's actually sensed 1 kilo because there's nothing in it. But it amazes me this is. Well, let's take a look at this hot pool. Again, hot pool. It's a Whirlpool made Hotpoint, and it came out actually around basically when the recall happened. And then they carried on selling it for like 5 years. So of course it's not very old. It really isn't. It's only about 4 years old, this one. Looking fairly unused, actually. Apparently it wasn't going round. Yep, that will be why. Yeah, so it needs a belt, and it's probably more likely the jockey that's gone. The jockey wheel. Which wouldn't surprise me. But this is kind of nicely put together. In a weird way. That's very unusual. Because the air... Right, that's it looks like the air. Where does that go? Because the condenser's there. Huh? This is weird. This is a weird design. The airflow is there. Then goes back up and round again. This is very odd. I have never seen a design like this. Anyway, let's see if it switches on. As pointed out, that is way big, too big of a hole. Yeah, it switches on alright. Bottom filter. I presume it means the condenser filter. Because the door filter isn't flashing. Yeah, that's right, yeah. It's not flashing now. Yeah, it looks hardly used. So, not even that old and the belt's broken. Oh well, we'll just test it on 30 minutes of drying time, because at least even though it can't go round, that's interesting. Drum reverse and dry finishing and gentle and rapid. It's got a lot of options actually. Let's go to extra dry then. Dry finishing is basically just a variant. Anti-crease, drum reverse, gentle takes off 4 minutes and rapid increases by 8 minutes. And Eco Cotton takes 1 hour 40. So it's sort of in between cover dry and iron dry by those things.
That's how bad it is. Ooh, hot straight away. Wow. Just a quick note with the hot pool dryer. This was actually from one of my work colleagues of my day job, because I'm still not fully employed. Here, I'm not fully self-employed. They had a nearly 20-year-old Zanussi washer. And bear in mind, they just buy brand new, so like he didn't even have it looked at this or anything. He just bought out and gone out and bought a new one. So that Zanussi washer they've had for 20 years and it's never gone wrong.
It's about 40 now.
Right, back to the Hotpoint WML 730 and the rumbly pump. So this is the original one, and this is the replacement one. Yeah, there's actually a lot of play in that. What I suspect, so I was given this by another work colleague of mine. She said, you know, it would work, but then like she kept getting error codes, and then it would stop working again. So what I suspect is that it would probably come out to a certain point and then be sort of not magnetised anymore because of how rumbly it is. So we'll put this one in instead. I'm going to give it a little bit of a service first before I put it in. The old pump is rusty. Oh well. Placement on. Let's see if we can get this working. See what it sounds like. There's his final spin, but who knows? KG's gone up. Rinse is fine. Spin's fine? Dunno. Anyway. That rinses. Yeah. Go. It's in a pretty complete condition, but it was in its own utility room, so I think literally on its own as well. Like, cool. Right, we actually got it working. No, really, we got this working. This actually now locks. The door lock had failed. I think it was just a poor connection inside the lock, because when I looked at it, it was a bit burnt. Chlorine, something, softener. That actually tips that way, so when you close that, it goes over. So we'll put the powder in, and I presume also, because there's only 3 compartments, that if you're going to do, let's say, just bleach, a pre-wash, you put the pre-wash in straight in the drum. Very cool. It's also very quiet. Now, obviously, I'm going to get rid of this when we come to film. So I'll take the door off. I'll take this out. Nice canted drum. A bit like the Whirlpool. Actually, come to think of it, a bit like a lot of the American machines. Oh, not much in there. But that's pretty cool how you got the your 4 drum paddles. It's not actually made to be filled like completely full as such, so. But it's more made for, let's say, your duvets. Ooh, I'll just need to get some cleaner on that. And this looks like it has something sticky on there before. There is a lot of rust covered up. So like here, that's covered up. This is only painted to, I presume, cover it up. Focus camera. Again, this is all painted. It's not in the best condition then, I suppose, in that sense. Focus. Focus. So we'll leave it as is. Right, we've now fully fixed this. Because now all the cottons and the on-off work. Sort of. And then the extender is pretty much at boiling point. I can't actually tell by just touching this because it's more like 60, but it's probably a boiling point inside. It's squealing because the drum actually runs that close to the door seal. It's unreal. It started squealing after it was sat, so it wasn't squealing when I initially first got the machine, and then it just, because it's been sat for like a year or so, it might go, because my Miele Navatronic did the same, and it's kind of gone now. Right, so that switches it on. Don't do anything until you start pressing one of the programs. Right, so I'm just going to leave it on for... We're going to start pressing a few things and see what happens. If it starts playing up, then we've not really fixed it properly.
90 only does medium or high. It doesn't do any lower. That was like the fault with like the earlier versions with this. You could still select the minimum bit on the 90, but it would only ever heat to 60. No easy iron. So, looks like it's fine now. The Wi-Fi is still flashing. So, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get my phone and try and get it to connect to this phone now. See if it's anything like this. Now, I've managed to connect this using the One Touch. And trust me, there's actually quite a lot of programs on the One Touch. Like, unique ones that you can't even get. Some are just like more... Let's say you select, I think one's like our outdoor, and it will just select basically presets delicates or wool. Wow, give me that on heat. The thing is, this only has like the same heater as a normal Hotpoint, which I think is 1950 watt. That looks fine. This only uses 60. This is a maximum of 1600 watt. I think it already has the same heater rating as any other Hoover with a 13 kilo. Stupid. So if it gets to 90, it's a bonus. Alright, let's set that up now. And then as soon as it's done heating, we'll set that going. On a 90 wash, because it's not done one. And to update this, we've put the 3 drum paddles in. Three brand new. One was completely gone, 2 had kind of was snapping off. So I've replaced all 3. This, I thought it actually unclipped and broken here. It hasn't. It has broken here though. So we'll have to get the glue out. It should be alright. That's still cheaply and loose. Shouldn't be too bad once that's actually glued in. Again, this has been running, and then we'll, I suppose we'll get a wash race out of these two, shall we? It needs a real clean. It's gross. That one's fine, it doesn't even need a clean. There's a bit of powder from when I've taken out the drawer. Needs a bit of a screw on the door seal though. Actually at 1400 there. I'll take a look at this then. Well, that's finishing off. It's a Hotpoint Aquarius sensing dryer TVM 35. Basically a bit like an Ultimate dryer from back in the day. It's filthy. Really filthy. It's always been filthy. It's been sat in my garage for 12 months? I don't know. I don't actually know how long it's been sat for. Couple of problems. This door latch does work, but you can tell it's a little bit broken. The filter does work, but it's completely split at the bottom. See? Which will probably explain why there's a load of fluff down the rear pipe. There. And there's no belt. The belt's broken. I wonder if this will work. Ready? Go.
that off. I'll turn the delay on. Let's set it to 30 and then drying's come up. Set to 25 and then leave it. Don't let it heat. Anyway, and flush through. What's making that noise? It sounds like the fan then. It's got to be the fan. Because the drum isn't going round. Couple of other problems too. It looks, I will say minor problems, because it's likely that the clips for this at the top are broke because somebody screwed that down there. It's got 2 screws at the back, but they screwed it down there. Well, the kick plate's still present. It looks like rubbish, but as well, it looks like it has rust, but it literally is all dirt. So take that away, it might be quite a nice dryer underneath. However, I think there's too much work to be done on this to rectify saving it. That's another fact that, you know, there's another Hotpoint dryer I need to save. Well, at least reversing things still works. There's always that. Right, let's take a look at this. This Hoover we've got. That's mine. We've got this one, which will be sold on at some point. Probably very quickly. Anyway. It's had a new door seal, because that's the reason why they got rid of it. The door seal came off. That's the old one. And they bought a new door seal, then couldn't get it on. So then decided to just buy a machine off me, and I got this back. There's a couple of screws in it. Let's take these out. But it's going to need a bit more work than just a door seal. The door seal's on and ready to go, but oh yeah. Now luckily that's not broke, so we can put a new one in. And despite having knees through it, they're no longer actually screwed in from the underside, so we can put them in. That's good. Even that one's breaking, really, so we'll buy 3 brand new paddles. If this works and there's nothing else wrong with it. I've had to put a new plug on it because I somehow crushed the old one. Yeah, so let's see if it all works. That filter's in. It looks like I've never took it out, so where are we up to? Delicates. Where's the indicator? Is there? So we want what? Cottons? Oh, just says L3. Oh, also that. Now that's not too. To be honest, that doesn't really matter because that's attached to this side of the board. Also, this isn't screwed down. That's why there's 4 screws. So 2 are for this and 2 are for the back. Since the lid's not on either. That's how I received it. What are we up to? Oh, I see. L3, L1, L2, L3, L3, L1, L2, L3. Ah, I see. So let's do the length. Extra rinse, hygiene, and steam, and then easy iron. It's also got steam as well. One thing I am interested in is... Oh, one touch. Goes to L2. 400 RPM 90. That would suggest drum clean of some sort. Let's see. Wait, cotton's only goes to 60? Wait, where are we up to? There. Oh, I know where I need to get. It's down there. Whites with pre-wash. That's looking better. That's longer than the one touch one. So, where are we up to? This is the only trouble with this dial. This dial is rubbish. There. L2. Does that change? Right. So it looks like one touch is drum clean. So does one touch use NFC? Was that Dynamic Wizard has Wi-Fi? Whereas, so one touch must mean, yeah, it must. Oh, also it uses a brush motor, so I'm actually going to get these on a Bosch race at some point, so stay tuned for that, I suppose. Also get the proper board on that, make sure you get the drum pedals for that, just presuming it all works. Currently in KG mode. So let's leave it. So it's sent since it's become 1 hour 11. Okay. Why the limitation of 400 RPM then? And why is it completely different to whites and pre-wash? Which means it's whites without the pre-wash then. Yeah. About 40-50 at the minute. Yeah, it's running fine. On spin. Good news! It's finished! And it's fine. Cool. Put a couple of towels in. Put it on the whites for pre-wash. Also, they're going to be detecting the load first. Also put sensitive on. The powder's done absolutely nothing so far. Oh, it's coming up now. It's literally just tumbled it all in one that side, just going that way. This actually looks quite fresh now. I've actually cleaned it. I thought I'd give it a bit of a clean, just simply because of, you know, it looked horrible. I'll leave it going now. Well, let's take a look at this and see if this works, or because it actually might do. This is a another silver Beko, and a weird model. Very weird model for me. I've never seen one before with this wide door. It's got the XL door on. It's a WM74155LS. It's got the basic controls. Now, turned it on. It took a while to fire up a bit, and then it came up with ready and end flashing. So it should work, right? The trouble is, the woman that I got it from, after I sold the Zanussi, it had water in it, but she just happens to think that it might be just stuck. Like, apparently somebody's leant against a certain button, like time delay, and then it's not doing anything, because that's what she said, it's not doing anything, but I can't understand if it's not doing anything, why is it full of water? So, if I turn the drum by hand, it sounds like there's no actual brush noise. Spider's fine. Oh look, the spray's gone out now. Yep, as suspected, the brushes are fine. Well, yeah, they're fine. So, have a look at the DC board then. This is the DC board from this Beko. There's no wonder it doesn't work. That's it's actually blown off its solder altogether. Wow, I've never seen that before. Like, that actually might be salvageable. Possibly. But for now, I'll put the spare in. I say spare in. Yeah, I've got a spare DC board, so I'll just stick that in. All these are pretty much the same, so it doesn't matter what spin it is. You just put it in. Alright, placement DC board in. It might sound a bit brushy. It's fine one way, but brushy the other. Because obviously I refitted them brushes. For now, might stick some new ones in. There we go! This should run absolutely fine. Yeah. So obviously she's put it on time saver. Then it's obviously, because it fills a little bit, doesn't it? Then it goes to go activate the motor, then it resets, and it will fill up a little bit more. You go activate the motor and resets, and it just does that.
I mean, one funny thing about this is clearly she's been using just this side and not that side. So the first 5 seconds of filling up, it just fills up with. On the plus side, there's no mould on this side, which is quite weird. There we go. Just give it a quick rinse out and then we'll put it back in. Right, still a couple of sheets in. See, I've cleaned up the detergent that actually fell out of it. There's actually a little bit left there still. It's actually like wet powder that came across, not softener, which is what I thought it was initially. Stuck a bit of super mix in, let's see what it does. Should be okay. So 400 RPM and it's so screaming out. This is just normal for a Hoover. Yes, it is. Yeah, because now it's going to 800, it's getting less screamy. Let's see if it spins. Wait. Probably about 60-ish now. This is like 85. For some reason, it doesn't quite get as hot as the other couple of Silver Bekos I've done recently. Close to obviously cooled down now. So it is a balance, but it actually span in the end. No, it's top speed. Right, so I've never seen this before. It's stuck at 600 RPM. It's not getting any faster. This is a time saver. It should go walk to 1,000 pretty quickly. Not this time. Yeah, I didn't think Beko ever had like a limiting spin, but it turns out it exists. This is the first time ever it's happened to me. Ever. On any Beko. I think part of the problem is the single duvet that's inside might have balled itself up somehow. Well, let's take a look at this. This Service KRS M2010. Most common service dryer. Bought it to match my Service KRS 1500. Okay, so what you might need, the capacitor is starting to go on this by the looks of things. Still working.
but you can tell when it goes backwards and it's not fully starting up straight away. So pasta's on its way out. It's not dead, but it's definitely on the way out. May need a rear bearing. I don't know. There's a wheel somewhere on it. That's identical to any, well, medium made Bosch, but that's about it. Everything else is, it's like they just decided, oh well, we'll use that. Right, remember how I said this might need a stock capacitor? We need like one night, pretty much now. Ready? See how it's struggling? Because of the size of the loads, it can't actually fire it up properly. So we need a stock capacitor. Ready? Go in. I mean, it should be alright now to the end of the cycle, but basically that's what it needs. It needs stock capacitor. There's no... it's got very little charge left. Right, let's take a look at this Whirlpool 6 cents that I bought as spares repairs 3.5 years ago, and I've never plugged it in. Apparently it won't select what you want it to select. Off, mixed, nothing. Cotton, nothing. Synthetics, nothing. It switches on at delicate. Aqua Eco doesn't work. Nor does B15. Big item does. What is Tumble Fresh? How odd. Jeans works. Darks, light colours, and white works. That's a bit odd. It's just an odd one, that. So looking at it, it looks like the 1, 2, 3, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you look at it, that side doesn't work, but this side does. How odd. Just put a sheet in, put it on like 60. That's max temperature. See how we go on, I suppose. Right, so we've got a Hoover Nextra H&L 7126 thrown out, but apparently it still works. From what I heard of someone. The dials down there, they've kind of fallen off. Obviously the button bracket, very common on this, the brakes. The chrome bit that's on here is fallen off. Also quite common. Let's see if it works then. I'll put it on spin first. Doors locked, pumps on. Nothing. Although that was being sad, that helps.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fault 7, so it'll be motor tacho, I think. Sounded fine now. Spinning up, so I think it'll be worth fixing. What I'm gonna do is just reset it and then start again. Because it just might be, because I've set the thing going. We'll see what I've got lying around. Trouble is, that's it telling itself to slow down. But if I remember rightly, if it's a triad problem, it doesn't know, so it just carries on as if it's nothing. I think it might be the triad though. I'll try motor first, but I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's the board, in which case we'll just scrap. Oh, it won't. Watch this space. Yeah, this is basically like falling off. That's screw in. That isn't screwed in. So that isn't even tight. So it's come off loose with that. And then subsequently it's stopped working. This might be an easy fix. Hang on. Let's try now then. Pull this in. Again. There you go, working. How's that? There's another problem with the motor, so I'm going to replace the entire motor. So, when I put the belt on and I was turning it, it felt very stiff with the motor. Nothing to do with bearings. So, I'll dig out the motor. But I haven't really been paying attention, but either this only has one stage on the final spin, a bit like, I suppose, rapid cycle. So 315 is the same like that. Or I've just missed, like, completely blocked out on my head of the first few bursts it does. Now that's weird. When it ends, the blue display goes out the back and lights up green LED. How weird's that? Like magic. Right, I've plugged it in. I've put it in upside down. How? Okay, so what I'm going to do is turn it to what is off, which is there. Now undo it all again. Take the board out. Whiz the thing around so it's the right way up. Basically, you take the board off there, whiz that back to the top, to the off position, then put it back in. We'll get there.